If you're looking to organize your financial future, like me, make sure you start with life insurance. Fabric by Gerber Life provides an easy one-stop shop for all your family's financial needs, offering high-quality term life insurance policies, plus other financial solutions in one easy online hub. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. If you're a parent like me, you don't have all the time in the world to sit down, go through a bunch of paperwork, do a whole bunch of research on term life insurance. You want to go to somewhere where you know you're going to get the help that you need in a short amount of time. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply, see your quote, then personalize your quote to fit your family's needs. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/think. That's meetfabric.com/think. MEET fabric.com/think. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. Want to smell better? Naked? Let's face it, our underarms aren't the only place we have odor. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who discovered and proved in clinical testing that the vagina is not to blame for day-to-day odor below the belt. So she developed Lumi, a uniquely formulated pH-balanced deodorant. It's aluminum-free, skin-safe, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. Hey crew, new customers get $5 off Lumi Starter Pack with code THINK at LumiDeodorant.com. So if you want your pits, slits, or tits smelling like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut, Lumi is for you. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and it's all free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi Starter Pack with code THINK at LumiDeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit Lumi Deodorant and use code THINK. My weekly struggle is laundry. Have you ever wondered why laundry detergent comes in massive plastic jugs? I have. Who wants that? 91% of those inconvenient, awkward, heavy jugs that take up a lot of space, they end up in landfills and oceans, harming our planet and marine life. And it's not like you can just stop doing laundry. I wish. So do what I did. Switch to Earth Breeze. My new Earth Breeze laundry detergent, Eco Sheets, look like dryer sheets, but they're not. It's so revolutionary. Liquidless laundry detergent that dissolves 100% in any wash cycle, hot or cold. No more measuring, no mess, and no heavy plastic jugs. Just toss the sheets in. One thing I hate about using like all those pods is sometimes the pods get stuck to my clothes. There's not enough water, it melts and it stays there, and then my shirt is ruined. Thank you, Earth Breeze. Earth Breeze has really made the whole concept of detergent better. The packaging is lightweight, biodegradable, and plastic-free. It's great for all laundry lifestyles, even sensitive skin. Their Eco Sheets are hypoallergenic and dermatologist tested. Earth Breeze is compatible with high-efficiency washers, gray water systems, and is septic safe. Switch from the old-fashioned goo to something new. Right now, our listeners can subscribe to Earth Breeze and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/think to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/think for 40% off. earthbreeze.com/think.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast, where we have 3 moms keeping it real. In today's episode, we have 2 special guests. Me, Zach Davis, and Kai's husband, and my boy
Spencer Sholebo.
I was gonna say Spencer.
Spencer Sholebo. It's the
Sholebo.
Spencer
pause.
Sholebo. I'm giving my
A
real
fellow
name.
We
father.
love that.
I'm not gonna give any nicknames or nothing like that.
Wow,
Okay.
thank
I'll
you.
be proper.
Be
Wait.
proper.
I'll be
We
proper.
love that.
I'm
We love
now curious.
properness.
What are these nicknames?
Well, yeah.
Dollar Bill 2.0.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
Dollar. Should we keep going?
Nope,
All right.
nope.
You said nope.
All right, guys, we let Zach handle the intro this week because he feels like he knows everything about this podcast by now, which he should because it's like 100+ episodes in. So
I'm proud of
He's
us.
had his good share of podcasts or
Y'all got 100
episodes with us.
Yeah.
God damn.
right?
Congratulations.
100 plus what?
100+ episodes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Damn.
We're
Damn.
like, we've
Y'all
been
some
doing this
talking
for a minute.
motherfuckers.
We are. We really are though.
We really are. So this week we clearly have a full house, as you guys can see if you're watching us on YouTube. If not, then head over to the YouTube so you can see that we have a full house.
Yep.
Zach is here. His friend Spencer's here. Like they just introduced themselves. And lately we have been talking a lot about mom stuff. And a lot about mom stuff from our position because we're moms. We all co-parent in some form or fashion. And I think it's time to hear the other side's opinions.
Dun dun dun. Can I also ask you guys questions after we hear from y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some male
Shit.
Advice?
I
advice.
need to.
Some male
Or, I
dad
don't
advice or just male advice?
No, I
I
need
want to
some.
get dad insight advice or just
Yeah.
insight of like how dads handle different situations and stuff like that. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like I've met a couple like I know a good share of fathers in my life that are single dads or like co-parenting like your guys' situation. So I would love to.
Okay.
I'm
So y'all
excited
tryna-
about
tryna
this
pick our
episode.
brains a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think so. But
we
I think, babe, everybody knows
Like,
our
I was about to say, y'all
co-paternity.
done picked my brain.
Right,
Shit.
but I think so. We have to kind of put the spotlight on Spencer. So, Spencer, why don't you start by just telling us like who you are, where you're from, and what your like family dynamic / co-parenting dynamic is?
All right. My name's Spencer Sholebo, as I previously mentioned. I'm from Los Angeles, California. 50% Nigerian.
He threw a little
50%
ancestry.com.
Nigerian.
Hold on. You know I'm gonna get into details about
What's
that.
your
So,
other 50%?
other 50% is like my other 50%. My mom's from she's from St. Louis, so she's full American. So my dad's side is Nigerian, my mom's side is American.
I didn't know that about you. I thought you
Yeah.
were like,
He left
Just
school and went to
straight up-
I
Nigeria.
thought you were all
Niger
Nigerian.
boy.
No. Yeah, no. People would think that because I went to school out in Nigeria. I did 2 years of high school in Nigeria.
Okay.
And then I did 2 years of university in Nigeria. So I was in Nigeria for about overall 4 years for schooling, and then 1 year for casual. So when people
What's
would
casual?
just like out there with my dad, hanging out.
that's
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
How old
So
were
how
you?
old were you when you
When I first went to Nigeria, I was 12. Wait, was I 12 or 13? Yeah. I think it was.
Around.
You were young.
and how did your family
No. I
decide?
was 13. I was 13 when I first went, and that's when I was going into 10th grade.
Mhm.
And well, it's a long story. My dad, so I was kind of a little hothead growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? The fuck
I
is
was
sarcasm?
kind of a
comes out.
hothead growing up. I was always smart. I was always able to cope with schooling. That was never my issue. My issue was I got bored easily. Like, school was boring to me. So, I would get involved in other things that interest me, like not going to school. Ditching, going to liquor stores and just trying to be a grown up. And my dad, he recognized this and he felt like, man, you need some more structure because you're too free out here.
You said you going
Was the
back
school
to
in Nigeria like a boarding school?
It was a boarding school. It's
Oh
called
my
Ola.
God, you got sent to boarding school.
Yeah, it's called Ola
Oh,
Shori.
his dad snatched his ass up.
Snatched
His
me
dad
up.
didn't fuck around. He was like my dad, but his dad was on 10
He
too.
was
Yeah.
His dad is
nah,
Nigerian
Nah,
instead
his dad
of
was
sending
on
you
10.
back.
He
Yeah.
said, fuck this, you out of
Ola,
here.
it was called Ola Shori British International School. It had a good reputation, but yeah, I went there when I was 13. I
Was
did.
it all boys?
Well, it was co-ed, but there was a boys' campus and a girls' campus.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
well, no, boys side and the girls' side, our housings are separated, but we
Got
go
it.
to class co-ed.
Okay.
But so yeah, I did 2 years out there. That structured me a little bit. It just taught me how to. Honestly, being out there for those first few years, it just taught me how to survive. because it's much it's a third world country, so it's much harder to survive out there than it is out here.
Was
Did
it like
you-
culture shock?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, and it teaches you how to appreciate light, water. That they don't have that 24/7. Out here, you guys have that 24/7. They don't have access to internet 24/7 like we do out here. So it kind of like made me appreciative of being out here in the United States versus overseas.
You know the language previous to going, or
Small, just a little bit.
Okay.
But when I was out there, of course, I had to,
Learn,
I had to learn a little bit.
No, he came back with a full accent.
Did he
Yeah.
really?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Full accent.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Especially at 13, you're going to be
Can you tap back
Can you
into
tap?
that?
Yeah, like
I don't remember what words I said. It was certain words like, man, I'm trying to recall what word that was really, I really had the
I'm
accent
trying to
on.
remember that shit too. I just remember I was on Slauson and LeBray at the gas station, and they said, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I forgot how it was. I don't know. That shit was funny though.
When did you and Spencer meet?
Was it like 6th grade?
Sixth
So
grade.
you
Oh,
knew
so
him
you knew
before he
before.
went to Nigeria.
Oh,
so
yeah.
then
We
you
was
saw
doing
when
the
he
bad
came back.
shit together.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you were
we was
not
all-
going to
You
school
were
with
bad, too.
Spencer.
I
We
was
was all-
with,
yeah, we
man,
was
I've known
all
Zach
kinda-
for 20 plus years.
Him and my dad was locked
Wow.
in. Like they had a whole community going on. We was
The whole community with bad little
with
boys.
with the parents.
They
but
needed to send Zach with you.
Right.
No.
shit,
Zach, you
Zach
needed to
wouldn't
go to
like
boarding
that.
school.
boy, huh?
What if you went to boarding school? How do you?
I don't know.
You would have came back with the same accent.
For
I mean,
sure.
at that age, you're going to be more influenced to get with the program around you. Like your environment, everyone got that accent. You just sound so American, and it got irritating. And I was just so.
I'm sure they
Hell
pointed
yeah.
it out to you
they
too.
they loved it.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, they loved my accent, but I just felt like, hold on, man. I don't want to be the outcast. Let me get with my environment and get this
Nah,
accent
you
too.
gotta adapt.
You feel
And
me?
get this accent too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went to Mexico for a week. I was like,
Oh,
my
yo.
friend.
Zach. Yo, Zach was pissing me
Nigo,
off.
my friend.
I'm like, babe, you understand? You just put a twang on it, but you're still speaking
Yeah.
English. You're
And
not.
they all talking back though. Shit.
He said they responded.
Okay, all right. So keep going.
Yeah, so I have to adapt, and out there they don't have light 24/7, so it's like
That
you got to
shit's
make
crazy.
haste while you got light. Meaning, there's a day that we only have light for maybe 4 hours,
oh shit.
so we got to iron our clothes for the whole week
Mm.
just to prepare, or study while we have light. Because, once it gets dark, it's no light, we got to go to bed. Or use flashlights. Honestly, they take education so serious out there that even if the light went out, they got flashlights and they studying in the dark. It was real. Seeing that actually changed me as far as like, okay,
Hell yeah.
these kids is for real out here. They're
Right.
way more advanced than our kids. Like, they are way more mature. They take shit more serious than us.
It's a different worth ethic.
Yeah,
too.
'cause
and it's like
Mhm.
you're trying to make change and not get out of an environment, but like change an environment, better
Exactly.
environment. I'd be with that flashlight too.
Yeah, because to them, education is the only way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their only way to making it out of that country, going and doing what they pursue. You have to be educated to do so. So they feel as if like, all right, by any means, I'm gonna make sure that I get these good grades to attend the school that I want to go to. To pursue whatever career they hope to pursue.
Do you think you would send your kids to have the same or a similar experience? When they're
I
older?
think I wouldn't have to send them that far. I want to look. My dad, hey, I love my dad. I love what he did for me too. It helped me out, but I'm not going to send him that far to the point where I got to fly for 14 hours on a flight to see him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a little too far. I know they have schools that are more local that have that type of structure here in the United States. They're just more low key. Everybody doesn't know about them, and they're just more costly.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wouldn't have to do that, but I definitely want my kids to go to a school where it's actually structured and similar to how they school abroad.
So how old were you when you had your first child?
21.
You were young.
Yeah, I was young. 21. Yep, I had my first kid at 20. No, wait, no, I'm wrong. Not 21 because he's only 7. So that was 23, 24. Around 23, 24.
Which is
I had my
still
first
young.
kid.
Still
yeah,
young,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, still young, but not 21.
So how?
But not 21.
how old are your kids?
7 and 3.
Okay.
and
Mhm.
2 moms.
Two moms, 2 different moms, and
And how are those situations? How is the first having your first kid with the first mom?
the relationship with the first
Yeah.
mom it's iffy. But that's just I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have much to do with why she is the way she is. But
That's mature.
Very
there
mature.
Yeah.
there does come a time when you have to mature and understand that it's not about what we had in the past and now it's about the kid. So it just there's just it's just I just feel like people just need to mature at some point and understand that it's not about us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to give a better life to this kid.
Mm.
So,
So-
our relationship's a little iffy.
How long were you guys, if you guys were in a relationship, like how long was that before you had your first child?
We were in a relationship for about I want to
I'm
say,
trying to remember too.
hold on. I got bad memory.
It's okay.
So you
Take
guys
your
were
time.
in a relationship.
Yeah, it was probably like 3 years.
Oh wait, so
Oh,
there's a
okay.
lot
So
of
there was
history.
history there.
Probably like 2-3 years before.
There's a
I
lot
had
of history
So there's
there.
history.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
wasn't
like
just it wasn't just all it wasn't just
Yeah.
it wasn't a quickie.
Damn.
Not a
She
quickie.
said, "Damn."
Not a quickie.
Damn.
What is a quickie? Are you saying that you need to mature now? Is your relationship, since your kid's 7, do you
Mhm.
feel like your relationship has grown, or is it still in the same space as where it was? when
It's
you-
still in the same space as where I left. Honestly, it's always gonna be. I don't want to say that, but it's always gonna be weird to me because she actually like took my son out of the state while I was schooling in Nigeria.
Oh,
And it was a spiteful move. It wasn't like she genuinely wanted to do it. She wanted to do
Mhm.
something like that to get back at me. You
to
feel
hurt
me?
you.
Yeah, and that's it's just uncalled for, to be honest.
Do you think it's something that you cannot move past or cannot forgive her
I'm already
for?
past it.
Okay, so you've forgiven her for it.
Yeah, I'm past that. I love my kids, so I don't even care about any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't matter to me.
I think that's one of my questions is like, when that happens as a father, like, how does that make you feel? Like, when your baby mom or whatever is taking your kid away from you to make you feel a certain type of way, and knowing that taking your kid that you love.
Well, me,
is-
I just to me, so I just I let time solve it because I don't want to go overboard and damage the situation more than what it already is. And I know if in due time my son is going to question what's up
Yeah.
with this situation, like why can I go see my dad? Like what's going on?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, when my boys get older, I don't mind answering the questions, but I'm like, on the other end, it's like, how are you going to answer these questions?
You
When
mean
they
like
get
how is
older.
Mez gonna answer
yeah,
the questions?
Like, how are you going to take this? Because it's like,
Do you think that he's gonna tell the story almost like Spencer told his story, where
I think he's going to
His
say,
BM
I
took the
took my
kids,
kids
yeah.
out of an emotional fit. I was being spiteful and angry. But it's like,
I think it's different
It's
because you
different.
took your kids back home.
yeah.
Like,
and
right.
no, we moved to DC to be, to try this family life. And it didn't work. And it's like, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came back home and I feel like, and I don't know because we don't talk about it. Like, I've really had to limit my conversation with him. But it's like, I feel like rather than him understanding the full picture, like where his responsibility and where his actions cause this ripple effect, it's like he would just be like, well, she just took my kids out of emotion. That's not what happened. So yeah.
I feel like eventually, hopefully, you guys get to a better place to where you can have that conversation so
Yeah.
that when the boys are older and they start to ask certain questions, at least you guys can be given the same answers.
I agree. And I think that's part of my concern is like,
How are you going to tell the
how
story?
are you going to tell the story? Because I've heard him tell the story or say things that he does to other people. And I'm like,
That's not it.
that's not it. The math isn't mathing. Like, where
The kids are always gonna know the truth though.
and they do.
Yeah.
Boss says things to me
I don't
where
think so.
Well,
I
I mean, from
disagree.
a certain age.
I feel like kids know what their parents put into them.
Say.
Yes.
So if not for you, but just saying like, if I had my kids and the dad was in a different state, I could be feeding anything into them. As far as
That is true.
your dad's not around because he doesn't want to be around and he did this,
Or,
and this.
yeah.
And they'll
So I'm
believe it.
growing up taking all that in,
Mhm.
and
And then when you see your dad,
right? When you
You're
see
like,
your
you
dad,
didn't
it's
want
like
to see me.
you didn't want to see me because that's all they've heard. God forbid that that's what is happening with your situation, but I feel like your kids are taking in what we're feeding.
Yeah.
You know
what
what I
energy
mean?
you give off to your kid about your
About your partner,
Partner,
who
or
you
about-
partner,
yeah,
whatever, and who you parent with. I think for myself with Ryder, of course Ace is different because he's raised with his parents, but with Rye, I knew she's gonna have a shit ton of questions because I had a shit ton of questions. So I'm like, damn, how am I gonna answer any of these girls' questions when I don't even know the answers? So when I was pregnant with her, I would write stuff down, like days that things were happening and like doctor's appointments, so that I can go back one day and be like, this is how I was feeling in this moment. This is why I made certain choices that maybe I look back now and I'm like, that's a mistake. I should have did this differently. But we can all do that as parents.
Yeah.
But I
We're
was
all
like,
just
I had to
learning.
put it down on paper so I can say it has a date, it has a timestamp, understand where I was at this point in my life. You get what I mean?
No, I feel you. And I think that's a part of being able to communicate with your children. Like, so when they do ask questions, it's not, let me figure this out.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think even when sometimes as a parent, like I'm in the wrong or I've done things that may have been a mistake, but it still gave me my biggest blessings. Like when Boz has asked me questions before and he'll be like, oh, like, I'm trying to think of an example. It might be something where like I didn't reflect on the best or it wasn't like my best decision or choice. But rather than harping on that, it's yeah, like you said, just sharing where you were. I'm sorry, I'm like not forming a complete thought right now.
No.
You're
I was
fine.
really trying to follow it though.
I was like,
I was
I
right
think
there
I'm
with
stuck
you.
on giving an example, which I can't right now. But it's I hear what you say when you're saying like understand like where you are,
Right.
what was going on,
Yes.
and also accepting that you may not be able to reflect yourself in the best light sometimes with these answers. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Where it's
How
not
am I going to tell my daughter you were a one night stand? Like,
Yeah.
you know, how do you have that conversation?
Yeah, I
with
think
your
that's where I was
kid?
trying to go.
But eventually, she's gonna find out.
Yeah.
Now, when she gets older, yeah.
That's what I was about
Yeah.
to say. When she gets older,
oh wait, of course not a 6-year-old conversation. Let me tell you what
Like,
happened. Like
Mom,
that's
what's
not
a
it.
one night
But
But
stand?
I'm just saying when she's
Probably
like
like 21.
She gets of
when
age.
she's like of age.
Older.
she's
Yeah.
not even gonna look at you anyway. She's gonna be like, okay, this is common, mom.
Yeah.
Right.
I also think we
It's
might be
common as
overthinking
fuck.
it
Like,
sometimes.
it's so common. Like
Yeah, it's very
I
common.
think you guys
Especially with
are
our
overshooting
generations.
it by a long
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
It's so common.
Our generations for
and
sure.
it's so common to have separate households. Like it's not a big thing now.
Well, you were raised in.
I was raised in a separate household, and I never grew up kind of really questioning shit because at the same
Right.
time I had the best of both worlds in my eyes.
Right.
I was like, cool, I got 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays, kind of everything just doubled up for me.
Do you think you took that approach because that was just all you knew?
No, it was just fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know.
Because your
I was
family
young.
made it.
I enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
fun to me. I didn't really. Maybe I questioned it. I don't know. I had to ask my dad, but I don't think I did looking back.
If you're looking to organize your financial future, like me, make sure you start with life insurance. Fabric by Gerber Life provides an easy one-stop shop for all your family's financial needs, offering high-quality term life insurance policies, plus other financial solutions in one easy online hub. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. If you're a parent like me, you don't have all the time in the world to sit down, go through a bunch of paperwork, do a whole bunch of research on term life insurance. You want to go to somewhere where you know you're going to get the help that you need in a short amount of time. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply, see your quote, then personalize your quote to fit your family's needs. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/thinklifestyle. think. That's meetfabric.com/think. MEET fabric.com/think. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
We've all had burning questions. Love, relationships, career, family life. Or what have you been hearing more about tarot cards or astrology lately and want to see what that means for you? Well, here's your chance. Keen spiritual advisors have been helping people find answers and clarity in their lives for nearly 25 years. If you need balance, reassurance, Keen's vetted, best-in-class psychic advisors are available 24/7, and they've helped over 14 million people just like you. Every conversation is confidential, and you can connect by phone or online chat within minutes. They've even have a satisfaction guarantee. Trust me, guys, I loved using Keen, and I got a lot of answers. So give it a try like I did. Head to keen.com/thinkloud and get your first 10 minutes connected with the psychic advisor just for $1.99.
My weekly struggle is laundry. Have you ever wondered why laundry detergent comes in massive plastic jugs? I have. Who wants that? 91% of those inconvenient, awkward, heavy jugs that take up a lot of space, they end up in landfills and oceans, harming our planet and marine life. And it's not like you can just stop doing laundry. I wish. So do what I did. Switch to Earth Breeze. My new Earth Breeze laundry detergent, Eco Sheets, look like dryer sheets, but they're not. It's so revolutionary. Liquidless laundry detergent that dissolves 100% in any wash cycle, hot or cold. No more measuring, no mess, and no heavy plastic jugs. Just toss the sheets in. One thing I hate about using like all those pods is sometimes the pods get stuck to my clothes. There's not enough water, it melts and it stays there, and then my shirt is ruined. Thank you, Earth Breeze. Earth Breeze has really made the whole concept of detergent better. The packaging is lightweight, biodegradable, and plastic-free. It's great for all laundry lifestyles, even sensitive skin. Their Eco Sheets are hypoallergenic and dermatologist tested. Earth Breeze is compatible with high-efficiency washers, gray water systems, and is septic safe. Switch from the old-fashioned goo to something new. Right now, our listeners can subscribe to Earth Breeze and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/think to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/think for 40% off. earthbreeze.com/think.
As a dad now, do you feel like there's days where you kind of think about your day or think about certain things that you've done as a parent and think like, damn, I should do this better?
I mean,
Like
yeah.
going to Kyle's comment about like we make mistakes as parents.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's plenty of mistakes that I made. I can't go back and pinpoint them all, but I feel like every day I need to be better. Like, I feel like I need to be doing more with Ace, more with Ryder. Like, you know, Isabel's so hands-on with Ace. I feel like that's taking a big chunk out of me and his relationship. But then it's not because I see him that when he sees me, he's like, da-da-da, you know, he's going crazy. So I know the love and the relationship is still there, but at the same time, it's like I need to, the days she's not there, I need to be more interactive with her.
Yeah.
That's the majority of it.
Back to Spencer. Do you still co-parent like between two states?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does that look?
I mean, it's not, but I wouldn't even consider it co-parenting. It's like whenever she's cool, you know,
That sucks.
it pretty much sucks. Like, I'm not even going to fake the funk. It's like, it's bullshit to me. But, you know, considering like, you know, the fact that, you know, she'll be like, hey, you want to come grab him for 2 months, in about 2 months? And I'll be like, yeah, cool. That time will come. She'll be like, I changed my mind, but you can come out here and you can stay out here and I can't come out there for 2 months.
Right.
Like, I have a kid out here that I'm taken care of, and I'm not about to be in Texas for 2 months because I don't have anything to do out there. I can fly him out there. Well, I don't want him to come without me. So it's just like it's a difficult situation at times.
Do you, despite you guys' situation, do you still consider her to be a good mom? Like, do you think?
She's a good mom to my kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that helps the situation and make you feel?
It helps. It helps it
better?
for me. Yeah. That's why I don't do too much as far as like going to courts.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to do that because she actually takes care of my kid
Okay.
the proper way. You know, he's in
Right.
sports. He's doing good in school. So I'm not gonna take that from him. I'm not gonna make it a big deal. Versus if she was not a good parent, like I would definitely have already went to the courts and filed for custody.
With him being older, does he have those questions like they were talking about? Does he come to you and ask you like, why aren't you here? Or why is this the situation? Or do you guys not have those conversations?
We haven't even started having those conversations at all. I mean, he's only 7. He's not.
Yeah.
He already realizes the situation because he sees that I'm not in the
there.
same state as him. So he's already putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
So and he's smart, but he's not tripping. So he's like mature.
I think I only asked that because with Parker being 7 as well, I feel like he's asked me questions more and more about his dad and not being around and seeing other people with their dads and, you know, asking me about like, why doesn't dad call me as often, or asking me more and more to see and be with his dad. So that's why I asked, because I feel like Parker, like you said, like he's not mature enough to understand it fully, but he's peeping things slowly and understanding of like the situation of what he's in. But
Is that a hard reality for you?
sometimes, other times it's hard because like, you know, I'm there all the time and I've always made it, you know, super easy for Robert to, you know, come and go as he pleases. But it is a hard reality for him to be like, hey mom, like I want to see my dad today. I want to call my dad. I want to do this with my dad. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
And another question that he comes up with now more is like, why do I have to be with you every day and Nana and Papa every day?
Yeah, that's what
But
boss hits
it's
me with.
really hard for me
Yeah.
some days because I, you know,
How do you
I
answer
don't-
that?
and I kind of just don't answer it
Yeah.
because I don't know what to say. Like,
Your dad didn't answer today, but you can't sit there and tell him that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I can't sit there and, you know. So it's just interesting. The older he gets, I feel like the more he peeps things, the more he asks. And I just kind of it's one of those situations where you have to let them keep seeing
Asking
things,
and seeing.
things, and not me putting things into his head. 'Cause I
Yeah.
would never want to like say, I don't know why your dad's not calling, or I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why this. I don't know why that. But
I'll just be like, work, baby.
well, yeah, and he
Work is
and-
my answer to everything. But
and that's
then,
his
like,
answer, and that's Parker's answer to everything.
can't
That's
just-
Parker's.
can't be
oh,
work for
Daddy works a
everything.
lot. Daddy works a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, he works a
other
lot.
night, I
You were
kind of
right.
had like a hard momming moment because since we've been home, it's like FaceTimes, you know, call in the morning before, you know, during when you're getting ready for school to say your good mornings, and then when you get home or after school. And I ask Paz every day, do you want to call your dad? Do you want to call your dad? I'll ask him after school, do you want to call your dad? You know, I'm just asking because I know that's what his dad's not here and he does want to talk to him. He still wants that line of communication. And I never want to look back and be like, I kept my child from like having this conversation or this line of communication with their dad. But there's times where it's like there's just so much going on and either boss says no or it's like his dad doesn't call, so it doesn't happen. But then he gets up. I think his dad gets upset with me. Like, it's my responsibility to have this 4-year-old call you when it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
it's not my responsibility and it's not Boz's responsibility to be like, let me develop this.
Let me call you.
Let me
Yeah.
call you
How does
every,
that-
you know? So it's like, as
Do you
a
agree or do you
dad, how do you,
disagree?
Yeah, I
yeah.
want to
Nah,
know
see,
how that feels
I
for you.
eliminated that issue, and I got my son a phone, and I
Yeah.
sent it out there.
Mm.
So it's always open line for me.
How old was he when you got him a phone?
5.
5? Yeah, so the other day I
I
brought
like
it up
that.
because like I work on my phone and I'm not one of the
Yeah.
2 phone people. I can't have 2 phones. I got 1 phone.
Yeah,
So
I sent
it's
the phone straight over there. Like, I don't even have to go through you to talk to
yeah,
my
see,
kid.
Right.
yeah.
That makes
To
it much
make-
easier.
yeah.
I suggested maybe getting a phone for Boz, and it was like, no, he's too young and all this stuff. Like, I'm just gonna keep going through you.
What's the difference between Boz having an
iPad
iPad
and a
and
phone.
Right,
a phone?
and a
That's the
phone.
same
It's
thing.
the
And Boz
same
for
thing.
sure answers your
iPad.
calls
So-
all the
Yeah.
time.
Answers
Yes,
the
it's
calls.
the same thing,
It's
and that's
the same
me
exact
and Corey
thing.
had that same issue because we recently got Raya a phone for her birthday. My mom got it, and Corey
Mhm.
didn't agree at first. And I'm like, it's already bought, bro. I want to tell
Yeah.
you, the
Gra-
phone is
Grandma did it.
Grandma bought the phone. And then when I explained it, I said, there's times where I want to talk to Raya and she's at your house,
Mhm.
and you don't answer your phone.
There's
And then I'm
times
calling
where
Taylor's
we
phone.
talk
So
to Ryder.
I'm like, I'm eliminating that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go straight to
Mhm.
Ryder now, and you can do the same. And when I tell you, it's been the biggest blessing.
Mm.
Like Ryder and Taylor, the other day they were on the phone for 2 hours. Me and Zach kept just peeking our little heads in the playroom. 2 hours they're on the phone. I'm like, you good? Taylor's like, just watching her play dolls. Like hours on the phone.
Yeah.
Every morning
I love
Taylor's
that.
sending her messages and gifs
Aw.
and all these different things. And I'm like, okay, this is so much better because they didn't have that open line
Yeah.
to talk before.
It's always
It's
through an
always
adult,
through
yeah, or
me
you.
or somewhere else or Zach or and I'm like, okay, this works for our situation. Plus, what
Mhm.
is the difference between her having an iPad and a phone?
The iPad literally can have a whole phone plan.
Yeah,
It could be
you
his
can
own
FaceTime the iPad.
situation.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's the
'Cause
same difference.
It's hard because I work from my phone a lot on my computer. So there's times where I have like work calls and he's calling, and it's like I have to pick and choose. And it's like, sorry, bro, I'm here for work. Like, I'm here
Yeah.
for work and to be present with my kids. I can't sit here and babysit your phone calls. So it's like yesterday, not last night, the day before, spent the night at Cheyenne and Zach's. I was up at 5:45 getting our stuff ready to leave with the house by 6:15 with both kids to come home, pack lunches, get ready for school, and take Boz to school. And again, if you want to call your son, it's an open line. Like, you can call. And took Boz to school. His dad didn't call. And I asked Boz, do you want to call your dad? And he was like, no, I'm okay. Like, I'll talk to him later. Boz goes to school at 8:30. At 9:15, he sent me a message and he called talking about, so did Boz didn't go to school today? And I was like, Boz is at school. And then he said, well, what happened? I said, you didn't call. And I said, there's a lot going on this morning. And then it was just click. Not even an okay, nothing. Just hang up. So then it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, as a mom, as a woman, where it's like, as a parent, how do I communicate with someone or a dad, like from a male perspective? Like, it's not my responsibility.
Zach, what do you think?
Like,
I'm a realist, so it's a very easy answer for me. If he feel like he can't get that, move out here. It's that simple. Your kids are here.
Sir.
It's done.
every time they
It's
call,
that easy.
and he's at the gym. So
What do you think
It's
about the
very,
hanging
Like,
up?
very
It's
black and
crazy.
white. The hang. That's just.
it's
I mean,
crazy.
shit. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to
It's
me.
weird, and it makes it difficult because it's like I don't want to. I'm not some bitter baby mama. Like, I'm not angry.
And it's
like,
easier for him because both of his kids are by the same mom.
It's the
So
same
he could just
person,
move
yeah.
out
Right.
here and
You can come out here. That's like your situation. You can't because you got a
can't,
whole
yeah.
household
You have
that
a,
you
yeah,
built,
you got
Wow.
two.
and you're not leaving a household. No, it just wouldn't make
Wow.
sense.
How is your situation with your other baby mom?
Shit.
Zach's in it.
No, I was saying
way you
shit
said
to
it.
the whole that situation.
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, I wasn't saying shit to that.
We thought you were great.
Nah.
We were like, damn, we're good over there.
Nah, I was saying it to this shit. I'm just like, shit, it's pretty damn
It's
I knew he
easy.
wasn't saying
If
it to
both
me.
my
Yeah.
kids is there,
And it's
I'm
hard.
going
Just
there.
make it
Yeah.
easier.
It's hard for me because like I know great fathers, like, and I know great fathers who aren't necessarily with their child's mother, and it's a completely different situation. And I'm like, hey, what y'all doing over there? Like, how'd you get there? Like,
Yeah.
please, like, I'm looking for a lifeline because it's I'm still healing from like
Mhm.
my stuff where it's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I have no problem saying that. But it's like, I have to be an adult and mature.
Would he consider moving out here?
I don't think so.
I think he's just stuck on.
Does he
no.
work? I think he has a job in Washington D.C.
The man could move if he wanted to.
Oh.
If you if
Okay.
you working, like
Oh.
you can move.
He could. That's why I
Shit.
kept going. Like
You can figure it out. If you got kids there and you working,
You can figure it
you
out.
could figure
Yeah.
it out. Like and that's the
Sources.
Make
thing.
your calls, figure out how you can get transferred, or just
Mhm.
pick your whole business up and move that shit to LA. Boom, done. LA is got everything.
Land of
Any other state
opportunity.
got it's a little more expensive,
And to
but
be honest,
when you are a joint household, it becomes
It's different.
affordable
Yeah.
and cheap.
and it's just I think also like some dads or not some dads, some parents who may not be in the cut as much with their parent, like with their kids, like that primary parent, don't understand all that it takes
To be a
Mhm.
primary
to be
parent?
a primary parent. So it's like when I ask, it's like it's you would think I'm asking this man for $1 million every other day.
Are you?
I'm not.
Cheyenne said,
Are you?
I'm not.
I'm just curious. I don't
No,
know.
Like, I'll show you guys after, like, the breakdown, the monthly breakdown, because it's like kids are expensive. Childcare is expensive.
Mhm.
There's no, let me give you $50 or groceries. $50 a week in groceries for 2 children.
I mean, we are in a recession. 50
Eggs are
bucks.
expensive.
Everything's
man.
Like,
expensive.
Boz is a
A
picky
$1,000 is
eater.
$100.
Literally.
He drinks the
Literally.
what is it? The
And by the way,
insurance.
there's about to be a rice shortage, so everybody stock up on
I
rice.
saw that shit.
Really?
Yes, and we love rice in our house.
I do too. But
I do
but,
too.
but you can live without it though. It's actually
really
good. Cutting them
can.
carbs out is cool.
Chill out, Spencer.
He said, actually.
I'm trying to get like Lance Armstrong, man.
Oh my God.
Get a head start on spring cleaning with Caraway. Their thoughtfully designed sets and complimentary storage makes getting and staying organized easier than ever. You can now save 10% off the full site of Caraway products, from their internet-famous cookware to their newly launched food storage set. Caraway kitchenware comes in a variety of chic shades, and all sets include complimentary, easy-access storage solutions. Ceramic's naturally slick surface means minimal oil or butter for slide-off-the-pan eggs and easy cleaning. We love our Caraway sets in our house and cannot live without them. Over 40,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen, and now it's time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Want to smell better? Naked? Let's face it, our underarms aren't the only place we have odor. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who discovered and proved in clinical testing that the vagina is not to blame for day-to-day odor below the belt. So she developed Lumi, a uniquely formulated pH-balanced deodorant. It's aluminum-free, skin-safe, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. Hey crew, new customers get $5 off Lumi Starter Pack with code THINK at LumiDeodorant.com. So if you want your pits, slits, or tits smelling like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut, Lumi is for you. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and it's all free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi Starter Pack with code THINK at LumiDeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit Lumi Deodorant and use code THINK.
So someone said something about LA is the land of opportunities. So I feel like this is a good time to segue into fun things that
Yes.
Zach and Spencer have going on.
Ooh,
Do you guys want to talk about it?
What does this
Podcast.
land of opportunity look
We're
like
gonna let
for
the
y'all?
boss speak about this. Go
Not
ahead.
the boss.
Let's start the podcast.
He's the head honcho.
I mean, shit, I feel like since I've been on y'all podcast, I've talked about me starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, I think the time has come. We actually shot a little episode. I guess you could say a little
With
pilot.
who?
Oh,
Me,
dope.
Spencer, and DJ.
Okay, great.
That's
I
why
was
I'm
gonna
trying
say,
It was a little intro.
Oh, I love that.
with who to make sure DJ was in there.
Oh yeah, DJ was in there.
It was a little intro. It was cool, man. We had to make use of what we had, but we
winged it the whole way. We didn't come with topics. That's what I was saying. Like, we need to actually have it like how you guys have structured and questions and topics to hit.
We be winging it too sometimes.
I feel like at the beginning
we was lost in the sauce.
were
We talked
winging
about
it.
everything.
I feel like at the beginning we were really structured and we had
questions.
we would have questions for ourselves and like all that kind of stuff. But then now I feel like we wing it, but in a sense, but we keep it structured and
We try.
We try.
But I want to know from your guys' opinion who watch podcasts, not particularly just ours, but in general for the guys. What advice would you give them? Like, do you think listening to a male podcast or any podcast really, do you like it to where they go in with this is what we're talking about this week?
Or
Do
we
you
just
like
wing it?
winging it? Do
Freestyle.
you like jumping around topics? Like, I
Yeah.
want to help Zach and Spencer and DJ as much as possible to make their podcast successful. But at the same time, I don't know what that would be or how that works.
The
you
thing
know?
is, I mean, if we gonna call it locker room talk, I feel like you don't go into the locker room with a set topic. You just wing it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
literally
Gotta
going in there like,
freestyle
bro, this bitch did this, the XYZ.
Keep it
this
natural.
nigga done did this.
We ain't gotta have a
Yeah.
set topic.
That's
I just-
locker room
I
talk.
just think we should keep it natural.
Yeah.
So
Talk about
is
whatever's on
Locker
our mind
Room
for that day.
gonna be the name of your guys' podcast?
It might be. I mean, we gotta look and make sure nobody has one, but
I think
like
that
the name.
locker
I
room
like
talk
the
is
locker room.
good
I like
because
locker
so
room
much.
talk.
Yeah, locker room
Like you
talk.
said, you just go in there and talk shit.
It makes me think of like,
I like
this is
that.
a male-oriented conversation.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
there's no like, we're the ladies that no,
Ain't
this
no
is
ladies.
locker.
Strictly
I
men.
mean, unless a girl sneaks into the locker room, then like you can have you can have a lady podcast. No,
You gonna have a reporter on?
not a reporter.
You gotta come in with your own
Women
mic.
have locker rooms too, but like when I think of that, I think like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this and I'm gonna
You
hear a
said
male
girls sneak into-
perspective.
I'm gonna
You know?
feel
I feel like locker room talk. It doesn't have to be just so narrowed down to
To
a
just
certain
men, yeah.
just men. I
It
feel
could be
like
women,
anybody
too.
can come in on locker room talk. That's just the title of it.
That's just the
Okay.
title. Anybody can come on. We could
Yeah.
have male guests.
Just
We're
kind
here
of
to
how you have
unlock
like what was it?
the topics.
Unfiltered kitchen.
yes,
It's kind of similar to that.
Got it.
got it.
In a
Okay,
way.
I like that. I think it's great. I feel like podcasts are a lot of fun, and I feel like you guys have different stories. You've been through different phases of your life. You guys have done some crazy shit. You've done non-crazy shit. And I think it's gonna be cool to talk about.
I feel like it is too. Shit.
Mhm.
I agree.
Hope they ready.
And so, what else is happening in the land of opportunity? Any other business moves?
Oh man, I think that's about. I don't know shit. Other than our little new endeavor that we have going on, all three of us got go. Four of us. Sorry, Shannon.
Sorry, Shannon. Damn.
You know, we
I'm just
we
out.
starting on this kind of wellness path. I don't want to speak too much on it, but
Spencer, what about you? You got anything working out?
I'm kind of like in the process of. I want to open up a Nigerian fashion store,
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he was saying that
Like
ain't no-
traditional?
traditional wear.
no
I want
real
to just
traditional
sell
wear
like
out
the
here.
but I want to sell like
need
the
a-
real tailor.
You need a
the
nice tailor.
Yeah, I think I would. The best bet is to fly one out from Nigeria because they know exactly how to
Taylor.
tailor the It's called kafta.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly how to tailor it, but I just know that we don't have a lot of those out here, and to get one of those stores out here, considering there's plenty Nigerians out here.
I was
it'll
gonna ask,
be-
is there a large Nigerian community out here?
It's not large, but it's a good amount.
Yeah,
There's
they're
a good
out
amount of Nigerians everywhere,
Mhm.
especially in Houston for sure. Out here,
Like the DMV area. There's
yeah.
A lot.
there's a lot of Nigerians. So
I actually
That's
like
cool.
this.
I like that. Great
the
idea.
tailoring idea because I'm actually really sad because Mezier's mom got us like these outfits made and we never wore them. But I was so amazed because the guy who was like an older seamstress tailor, and he had a room in his house and he had all the materials and you could go pick your fabric, whatever you want, and he would sit there and measure you, all this stuff, drape it on you. You could bring in pictures, and I was probably one of like my favorite experiences out there was having this dress made and the boys got clothes made. It's just sitting there, but I I like this idea.
We can have like a
Yeah.
party you could wear. It
well,
to.
I was like, would it be
Right.
weird?
We can have
I'm wearing my
Would it be
Dubai
weird
outfit.
if I did a photo shoot with just me and the boys? Because it's celebrating their heritage. Like, they are Nigerian. But I was like, that's weird.
I
Like,
don't know why. I feel like that would come off weird.
like cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So, yeah, they're just sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, you could dress the boys in it, but I think
and then have a photo shoot for them.
Yeah, I don't.
I
think
need
you should
somebody
be
to
in it.
invite me to a traditional wedding.
All right. So
I got an outfit.
our podcast, every week we end it with you can either share a WTF moment of your week that you've had, or you can get Shannon, you are gonna get kicked the fuck out, okay?
Exactly. It's hilarious.
There's a WTF moment that you can share, and it can be literally about anything ever, like your son shit the bed or something. It doesn't matter what it's about. Or you can share advice that you want to give to our crew. Who wants to go first?
Or if you have a
Okay.
message for the dads, stay strong or, mature on up.
WTF.
Okay, who wants to go first? Because not me, because I'm
What
trying to
the
think about mine.
Because not me. Not me either.
I know my WTF.
Okay, go, Kyle.
Okay, so I have boys, right? Boys, first of all, they think I'm a human jungle gym. I'm not. So Friday.
You look pretty fun to climb on.
Yeah, they're like, you 5'10"? We climbing you, baby.
Oh
Done.
my god.
Like,
Have you
literally,
ever had like a short man approach you on
And
some
wanted to
like,
climb
can I
you?
climb that?
not even can I climb that, just motorboat.
Ew.
And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, invasion of my privacy. Like,
They just go up to your tits and motorboat you.
Do
that's
they
happen-
ask you?
that's
are you
actually
a
happened.
freak?
They don't
Are
ask
you
you?
nasty?
No, y'all. I got a text today talking about, are you a freak or are you nasty? While I was driving in traffic, talking about, I didn't hear the full
The messages
explanation.
I got after that podcast. Okay, wait, Spencer. Do you know the difference between a freak and being nasty?
Yeah.
What is your definition?
think-
Are you a freak or are you nasty?
I consider myself a freak. I'm not nasty.
You're really thinking about it.
No,
You're
'cause-
really thinking about
I
I
it.
don't like
think-
that I
I
can't
think
see your
nasty-
eyes right now.
Nasty-
I'm like looking
nasty
at
I
him
think
falls
like.
under
nasty
the lines
is
of
just
a lot of
doing any
bullshit.
a lot of bullshit that I'm not really down for. You feel me? I
So
think
you would
nasty.
never let a. Never mind. So you would let a girl pee on you?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Would you ever pee on a girl?
No.
That's
Zach?
good.
Not you. Not peeing on my bitch.
Your wife. Would you let me pee on you?
Hell nah.
Not even on your feet?
No. What
Not
the
in the
fuck?
shower?
Cheyenne said she would pee on you.
My
Dang,
question
Cheyenne
is,
wanted to
what
pee on your
is
feet.
the
Cheyenne
point
wanted to
of
pee
that?
on you.
Yeah,
What is
ain't
the
no-
point of
I'm
that?
not-
What do you get from doing that?
Well, you're
Pee
supposed
goes
to,
in
like,
the
whack
toilet.
off.
Not on a person.
She know a dude who, yeah. You know some weird.
They do
motherfuckers.
weird stuff like that in Dubai.
They do weird stuff
They
like
do
that
this
Everywhere, actually everywhere.
We could
But
go find somebody within a,
Why
a
have you
1
seen
mile
it
radius.
been done? Have you
I haven't seen it
been
been done, but I've definitely heard stories of women getting pissed and shitted on for $50,000.
not shitted
Like, you would
on.
pay me $50,000 to
Like
take a shit on me?
the men
How
would
does that
pay the
conversation
women
happen? Can I give you
$50,000
50
to literally
bands and
piss or shit on them.
Dump a
Okay, babe, if somebody offered me $50,000 right now and said, you got to take a shit on my chest, would you let me do it?
Shit on somebody 50,000. Yeah, you ever go take a diarrhea?
no.
on that shit?
Y'all.
No,
To
between
shit
y'all.
on us?
No,
No,
to shit on her.
No, I thought I was shitting on somebody.
Oh no, the men are shitting on the women.
Sorry,
They're
you're
doing
the,
get shit
you're the
on.
woman. You get shit on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would shit.
Cheyenne, I feel
I
like
would
Cheyenne
shit
really
on
wants
somebody.
to shit, pee on somebody.
I let her
I
shit on somebody for 50. I'm taking it.
Zach would be like, she can shit right now.
taking it now.
Shit, do it now.
He said, open up, baby. Here's that
Do it
laxative.
now.
Shit.
He said diarrhea.
Oh my God. Okay, babe, do you think that you're a freak or are you nasty?
Freak. Like I said, nasty falls along the lines of some crazy shit.
Nasty
that
shit
I
we was just
ain't
talking
doing.
about.
Dang.
That's
Cheyenne and
nasty.
Shannon, where did you
What do
guys
you
settle on
consider
that?
yourself?
I said I was a freak.
I think I'm a freak, but I have nasty fantasy thoughts that I can't
Yeah.
ever do in life.
I can't ever do
I
it.
can't ever do. I
She just
do.
wants to pee on my feet or some shit.
I do.
weird
I don't know why you won't let me.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
You can pee on
I don't want
mine.
to know what my what the fuck moment is. My what the fuck moment is this right here. This motherfucker that I call my wife. What the fuck?
He said you can pee on mine if
That's
I can
my
pee
moment.
on yours.
Thank you for helping me get to that.
He said pee on my
Jesus
feet.
Christ.
Why
What the
why
hell is
your
that?
feet?
That's a fetish?
This is
Bro, I have no idea.
the
dude.
crazy thing is we've had this conversation, not like, hey babe, do this, but this is definitely been a
Because
conversation.
you knew a nigga that liked that shit.
Not for me. I had a friend
Zach,
that
I
would
peed on his feet.
that
Oh, it
would
was you?
like women to
Oh, it was
pee
her.
on
It was
their
her.
feet.
It
She always used to say this shit. I'm like, no.
And I just presented it to Zach
That's
one day,
crazy.
and he,
Zach said,
you
"That's
guys
crazy."
clearly
God.
see he's saying no. So, you
But
know.
what is the point of that,
I
man?
don't know. I was like,
I'm gonna
which
just be
foot,
looking
baby?
down at my feet like, what the fuck?
Turn the
Is this-
shower
is
on
this-
and just close your eyes and just picture warm pee. Like, what is? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Has anybody who's listening peed on somebody or been peed on? I want to know.
R. Kelly finna chime in from the cell.
Oh my God,
Not
no,
chime in
not
from
R.
the
Kelly.
cell.
Not him, not that kind of pee, okay? Not that kind of pee.
This
All
is
right.
too much for my life. Wait, my WTF.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Okay.
We heard Zach's.
Yeah. Zach's is very clear. So I'm not the jungle gym mom. Boz was just running around. I'm folding clothes, and he was playing. The boy got tripped up on his feet and flew into the edge of a door and hit the side of his face. And literally, I know that bone, and like I feel like every boy, every man I know has like a scar right here from some kind of accident. Everything in me, when Boz was turning around, I was like, expecting to see blood or like a little split eyebrow. No, he just had a Mufasa scar, like a Mufasa bruise.
Aw.
So that was on Friday. Then Saturday, the boy was hyped up, jumping around like a little maniac. And we always tell him, stop flipping on the couch, stop jumping on the couch. Like, he was jumping on the couch. I was upstairs putting Zaire to sleep. He jumped on the couch. He tried to do a somersault, and he landed funny. And he like, you know when you like crook your neck a little bit.
Was at our house?
No, this was at
At
mom's house.
But you
Okay.
saw him.
Oh, that was-
running-
yeah, it was
you
there.
saw
Okay, yeah, I
him.
saw.
ran into the kitchen like screaming.
Yes. Oh my God.
The boy thought he broke his neck. He was like,
Yes.
my neck is broken. Like,
I knew that shit hurt.
oh yeah. So that was my WTF. Like, just literally praying that my son is not going to end up at the hospital just from being a boy. Like, that was real. But yeah, that was my WTF. My kid injuring himself
Dang.
twice.
Okay.
Looking a little crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sent him to school, and I feel like sometimes like the school they be looking like, what did you do? Because he had like a bruise above his eye, below like his whole, like he really had like a not a buck 150, but he got the Mufasa bruise.
Oh my God, Kyle. I don't think I have a WTF from this week. I feel like we've had a pretty normal week, right?
Yeah.
We actually had a good week.
My
Yeah.
It was a
WTF
really good
moment is
week.
the Lakers losing yesterday.
Ooh,
Who'd
who
they
they playing?
play?
The sorry ass Grizzlies. They're not sorry. I'm just a hater, but look, I don't like the Grizzlies.
I'm just a hater. I was
but
gonna
look.
say, but they
Hey,
won.
I don't like Brooks. Oh man. I do not like the Memphis Grizzlies, so I was so irritated that we lost yesterday.
Who's their big player?
Who, the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
John Morant.
Is he even playing right now?
Nah, he's hurt. So we really shouldn't have lost.
So that was your
that's
WTF.
wild.
Yeah, that's the only WTF moment I had this week.
That's
Aw.
wild.
Shannon, do you have anything?
Shy, do you have anything?
I feel like I don't really have a WTF. I feel like, I guess this week my advice would be, I think for myself, I feel like I've talked about this like in the last few episodes about making lists and like tackling things on my list. And I really feel like I have been doing that. One of them was I told myself I would find a therapist. So I ended up asking one of Ryder's friends' moms, who is a therapist, but not for me,
Yeah.
if she had anybody that she knew, and she sent me some contacts, and I kept doing research. So I called one of them, and I'm going next week. And I explained, like,
Yay.
I felt a lot of rejection, and I'm really proud of myself for not
Giving
up
Yeah.
and just being like, that's a sign, and like making it into something that it's not. But it was on my list, so I checked something else off my list. So I go back to saying that sometimes you have to prioritize like yourself, and that's okay. I think as moms, it's really easy for us to check things off of everybody else's list. Like, Ace needs this, Ryder needs this. And as a wife, I'm like, I want to do this for Zach and this for the house and stuff. And then I feel like I don't really leave much for myself by the end of the day. And this week, I put a lot into like myself.
Good.
I like that.
I do too.
I actually took your advice yesterday. I'm making a list. for
How'd
my
it go?
day.
The list is still listing.
I checked it all off.
Okay, so
Actually.
that's good.
I checked it all off this morning, but
Well,
I
that's
did
still
I did
good.
one, but I thought about you and I thought about like your list thing, and I'm like, let me set my day up because I've been like at a kind of still when I'm off of
Mhm.
work now. I just trying to make myself just be at home and be still. So I'm like, let me make a list because
Mhm.
Cheyenne's talking about these lists. So I made a list yesterday. So thanks for your advice.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, even for like
Works.
Zach, I'll ask him to do something and then he does it, and then I'll ask him to do something else, and he'll be like, "Can you stop and just write everything down that you want me to do?"
It's easier
Because it's
to
just easier.
see it instead of having like a
Yeah. And at first I kind of was like,
It's
what
not even. It's more so the way I like to structure my day. So I'd rather just have the whole list versus like, all right, you tell me one thing now, then I go get comfortable, and then it's the next
Mhm.
thing. So it's
Right.
like if I could
That
just
up and
have it,
down.
I know how to critique my day to where I'm about to knock all this out. All right, XYZ is 2-3 hours. Cool. Let me get it out the way. Rest of the day I can chill.
Right. And I had to realize that Zach asking me for a list wasn't like a negative thing. Like
It's the way I
it's
work.
the way that he
That's just the
also
way I
likes his
operate.
day to work.
Mhm.
So, but that took me a second to realize. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you,
You're still learning
You-
each other.
yeah,
in
like you
different
hear
ways.
things and it's kind of
Mhm.
like, what you need a list for? Like, but I make a list all day long, so I'm like, okay.
She just gonna find shit.
Yeah.
She gonna figure it out as
I'm
the day
like,
goes.
when the first time he asked me for a list, I wrote the list and then I was like, well, what if I have to add something to it? Like, what if you do it all and I find more shit for you to do? So,
Right.
You got to
Write
start
the
working on the
damn
next
list.
list.
right.
And that's
Oh, you
it.
done? Here you go.
That's the rollover to the next day.
But
Oh, can I give one tidbit of advice? I feel it just came to me. Just because we have had such a good week, I'm not going to share what's going on yet. But like, as an entrepreneur, when you set out on a mission and you're working on something, like things take time. And that time could be 3 months. That time could be a year. But my mom, Cheyenne, and I've been working on something for over a year now, and we got over that initial hump. Like, and it's literally growing legs, growing arms, becoming its own little being now. But like, yeah, as an entrepreneur, like stick to it. Like if you have a thought, a dream, an idea, like things take time. Keep working, keep working, keep working. Don't give up on your dreams, your aspirations, and your goals. I love the list. The list kind of made me think about it because it's in terms of like those, here are my daily tasks, here's my short-term goals, here are my long-term goals, here are like my fantasy dreams. Like I feel like something got crossed off of each of those that like lands in like the fantasy dream. Like
Yeah.
that something off that fantasy dream list got crossed off, which to me is just like it's huge, but it's taken a lot of
it took a long time.
it took a long time. So just
And it's exciting. I can't wait to share it with you
Yeah.
guys. And it feels good. And it felt good the other day. I was at lunch with my mom and we were celebrating this entrepreneur win for us. And she looked at me and she said, "Thank you. You checked something off my bucket list." And to me to hear that from like your parent, that's a big,
It's a big
deal.
deal,
And it makes you
yeah.
feel really good. And I feel like I've had those moments in my life that are very rare, but where I feel like, okay, we did good as kids. Like when we took your parents on vacation for
New Year's.
I
Yeah.
felt like that was good. You know what I mean?
That was like a milestone.
that
That's
was
like
a-
what
some-
you grind for, what you try to
Exactly.
do. And it's
So-
like you come, you can leave your damn wallet, just bring your ID, passport.
Right.
So
And it felt
hella good.
it felt hella good. Like that was something that I'm like, okay, we checked something off our list. And so to hear my mom say like that I helped her check something off her bucket list, it was like, okay, I'm doing it. Like it's
Mhm.
happening.
It's happening.
So that's a
Stick
good
to
point,
it, y'all.
yeah.
It'll hard work really does pay off. I feel it really does. It's not gonna always look how you want it to look, but when that day comes, you're gonna be like, I did
Laid
it.
out on the floor the other night. I
Oh,
partied
yeah.
too hard.
They started their party, their
That's your what the fuck
celebration.
moment.
Oh my god.
They started their celebration way earlier than me. Zach sent us a picture like midnight of Cheyenne passed out on the floor, and I was like, "Well, damn, one bottle of like
The
a
hardwood
champagne
floor?
did this."
In our room, just done.
On
I
the
was like,
floor.
what the fuck are you
They were
doing?
dirty martini'd out.
Jesus
It was a
Christ.
good day.
Say shout out to
Well,
Ray.
guess what today is? It's 420.
Oh, yeah, it's 420.
And I'm about to go get faded.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Think Loud Crew podcast. And don't forget to tell your crew about our crew. You can follow us at Think Loud Crew on Instagram and on YouTube, and check us out on any podcast platform. And you can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
You can follow me at z.terrel.
Oh.
Ooh. I like how you spelled it like
And
that.
you can follow me at RKYLELYNN.
I don't think I
R
can
Kyle Lynn.
spell
I don't
that.
like
I'm
it.
not going
I
to
can't
spell mine.
My brain don't work
And
like
you
that.
can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
Where can we find you, Spencer?
I can't be found.
I can't be found.
It's one of those nicknames, y'all.
I
Pay
can,
$2.99 on
Dollar Bill
whitepages.com and
2.0.
look up Spencer Sholebo.
you can, you can follow me at Dollar Bill 2.0, DOLLA, the number 2, POINT, the number 0.
Wait,
On
you just
Instagram.
said something way different.
Yeah, what is the
Dollar
P.O.?
Bill 2.0.
Dollar Bill
Oh.
2.0.
Point. He spelled
You
point.
spell point
Yeah.
in your Instagram?
Yeah, I spelled
We're all
points.
like, wait, what?
Really?
Hey, man, his Instagram.
Did you
no,
change this last night
his
then?
aim name. Was it your aim name?
Oh no,
Dinner
I did.
is served.
Hey,
2K.
no, she's right. I spelled it out on my on
So you just gave them the wrong info.
I spelled it out on
You didn't want them to
He
find him
said
anyway.
on the
he
game,
cannot be
bro.
found.
Game. Oh yeah, that was on the game. Yeah.
No, it's Dollar Bill
Instagram.
2.0. It's DOLLABILLL 2.0.
Yeah, he got 3 L's in that bill,
and be
y'all.
on the lookout for the guys'
Locker
new
room.
podcast.
Locker
I'm
room
excited
Room talk.
to tune
It's
in.
coming.
I know,
It's
I'm
coming.
See
excited.
now, I feel like
Can we do
the
a collab?
background has to be lockers.
It's got to be
Has
lockers.
to be lockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But real life lockers don't
Our
have
photo
no.
shoot got to be in a locker room.
I have to.
Low key.
Oh, in your man cave, you can have a locker corner.
That's what I was gonna have to say, but then I have so much that I'm kind of squeezing.
Your locker could be your bar.
That's
Yeah, that's
dope.
it.
That's it. Nah.
Thanks, guys.
We've all had burning questions: love, relationships, career, family life. Or what if you've been hearing more about tarot cards or astrology lately and want to see what that means for you? Well, here's your chance. Keen spiritual advisors have been helping people find answers and clarity in their lives for nearly 25 years. If you need balance, reassurance, Keen's vetted, best-in-class psychic advisors are available 24/7, and they've helped over 14 million people just like you. Every conversation is confidential, and you can connect by phone or online chat within minutes. They've even have a satisfaction guarantee. Trust me, guys, I loved using Keen, and I got a lot of answers. So give it a try like I did. Head to keen.com/thinkloud and get your first 10 minutes connected with the psychic advisor just for $1.99.